MFA updates
Hello, good morning. Welcome to MFA Update. This is a weekly program that focuses on Thailand's foreign affairs and activities. And you're here with me, Grace Nishaka-Phumi. For today's edition, we'll talk with Kun Charkrienorrathip Sevikul, Director of the Middle East Division, Department of South Asian, Middle East and African Affairs from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. He will share with us about the developments in the relations between Thailand and Saudi Arabia.
The foreign affairs that matter. Special guests from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This is the MFA Updates.
My name is Charkrienorrathip Sevikul. I'm the Director of the Middle East Division, Department of South Asian, Middle East and African Affairs.
All right. So it has now been just over a year since Thailand and Saudi Arabia normalized diplomatic relations in January 2022. So could you share some of the highlights in the Thai and Saudi bilateral relations over the past year, please?
Definitely. Well, following the official visit to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia by General Prayut Chan-o-cha in January 2022, the bilateral relations between Thailand and Saudi Arabia was very dynamic with a number of high-level exchanges of visits. The highlight was definitely the official visit of His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia in November 2022. The highlight was because during that visit, His Royal Highness was granted a royal audience with Their Majesty the King and the Queen, which was the first meeting between our two royal families of the two kingdoms. And also, during that visit, the Crown Prince attended the APEC meeting as guest of the chair. Additionally, during the past 15 months, we have had a large number of exchanges of high-level visits. 3 deputy Prime Ministers of Thailand has visited Saudi Arabia already, namely the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs in May, Deputy Minister and Minister of Energy in July, and Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Commerce in August. And this, apart from this, the Ministry of Labour, Minister of Tourism, Minister of Natural Resources and Environment of Thailand also visited Saudi Arabia. Well, on the Saudi Arabian side, the Minister of Environment, Water and Agriculture, and the Minister of Investment, as well as the Vice Minister for Foreign Affairs, visited Thailand. So this is on the public sector side. On the private sector side, there were 3 major events organized by the private sectors. The first one was the Saudi-Thai Investment Forum, which was organized in Riyadh in May. The second one was in Bangkok. It was the Thai-Saudi Business Forum in June. And then the third one was the Thai-Saudi Investment Forum in November. So, these activities, it took place just over the last 15 months. So you can see how dynamic, the relationship has been and how it had developed very rapidly on all levels and all areas.
Yeah.
And also to further enhance and foster bilateral relations and cooperation, the governments of Thailand and Saudi Arabia signed 11 agreements already, 11 agreements and memorandum of understanding since January 2022, with 15 more in the process of negotiation. Well, on the private sector side, they have signed collectively through the 3 major events that I mentioned, almost 30 MOUs.
Wow, that's a lot. And I didn't know that it has been a lot going on.
Right. We are very pleased with the progress, and we are delighted that, that all the players on both sides are on board, with this relation. We all recognize how important it is.
Yeah. And can you tell us the key sectors or areas of cooperation that have driven the relationship so far?
Certainly. Well, initially after the official visit of His Excellency the Prime Minister in January 2022, he identified 9 key areas of cooperation. Namely, the first area is tourism. It was expected that, with returning Saudi tourists, it could contribute no less than 500 million baht per year to the Thai economy. The second sector is energy. When we have an aim to promote the joint research and investment, both in the traditional energy, clean energy, and renewable energy, which are strategic target for both countries. And the third sector is labor, because Thailand at one time, as most of the Thai people will remember, we had almost 300,000 labor, workers in Saudi Arabia, which at that time generated over 9,000 million baht per year to the Thai economy. So once the relationship has been normalized, we are able to send the Thai laborers back to work in Saudi Arabia again. The fourth sector is food, because Thailand has the capability and the source to be food security for Saudi Arabia, and we also wish to utilize Saudi Arabia's location as a export hub for exporting Thai food and halal food to the Middle East region and beyond. The fifth sector is health, because as Thailand is very well known for its strong health system, I think we can attract Saudi nationals to Thailand for health tourism. The sixth area is security, because Saudi Arabia is an influential country in organizations such as the OIC, the Organization for Islamic Cooperation. So we see that Thailand and Saudi Arabia can cooperate together to ensure security in both our regions. The seventh sector is education and religion, because normally Saudi Arabia has already been giving a large number of scholarships to Thai students every year. But the normalization of the relations will certainly offer more opportunities and education opportunities to the Thai students to study in Saudi Arabia. Eighth is the trade and investment sector, because having normal relations will enable investors from both sides to travel to each other more freely, while the SMEs from Thailand can enter the Saudi market and explore trade and investment opportunities, and also find partnership to further drive the economies of both countries. And finally, we come to sports and culture, where it's an area that both countries are very focused on. We have shared interest in areas like football, boxing, golf. The PIF Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia has already arranged some golf events in Thailand, and also Saudi Arabia is hosting the Formula One races in Saudi Arabia already. So these are areas that we can work on. And the new exciting area is the esports. Saudi Arabia is investing a lot in the esports, and we are also trying to attract investment in the esports from Saudi Arabia as well. And also Muay Thai. The Royal Thai Embassy in Riyadh recently arranged a Muay Thai event at the embassy. So it was very well attended, and it had gathered lots of interest in Riyadh. And interestingly, the data has already shown that Saudi Arabia has now risen to become Thailand's 18th biggest trade partner in the world already. And last year alone, since the normalization of relations in January, almost 100,000 Saudi nationals had traveled to Thailand. So, the economic sector and tourism sector had really thrived, and had been the main driving force of this relation.
And what is your perspective for the future? Like, what is going to be next for the relation between Thailand and Saudi Arabia?
Of course, there are lots of potential and vast area of cooperation that Thailand and Saudi can still explore in all sectors, whether ranging from economic cooperation to trade and investment cooperation, to even social and cultural cooperations, as I mentioned earlier. So there are so much we can do together. But the thing is, at our ministry, the main aim for us is to promote a sustainable Thai and Saudi relations and bilateral cooperation based on a strong foundation for the mutual benefit and prosperity of the two countries and people. So that is our motto at the moment for the Thai-Saudi relation. So the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has been working closely with our partners in Thailand, both in the public and private sector, as well as our colleagues at the Royal Embassy of Saudi Arabia in Bangkok, while concurrently our colleagues at the Royal Thai Embassy in Riyadh and the Royal Thai Consulate in Jeddah are also working closely with their Saudi counterparts to achieve our stated aim.
All right. So thank you so much for giving us a very comprehensive and thorough update on the relation between Thailand and Saudi Arabia.
Thank you so much. It's been my pleasure. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
And that was Kun Charkrienorrathip Sevikul, Director of the Middle East Division, Department of South Asian, Middle East and African Affairs from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on the developments in relation between Thailand and Saudi Arabia. And that's it for the MFA update for this week. If you want to listen to this episode or the previous episodes again, you can visit the YouTube channel MFA Thailand, or you can check out our Facebook page FM88 Radio Thailand English. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next time. I am Grace Nishika Phumi. Have a good day and a restful weekend. สวัสดีค่ะ
MFA updates